Steve. Uh-huh. He was there when I was there.
Well, we've got to put a stop.
Well, I was on Mercy Squad, and I was running control them.
I don't know. David, come here. Grab his closer.
Get here and grab that sign, David. All right, now they're going in the front door. We got a bunch going. We need Kevin.
You mean go around the back side?
No, we're going in this door, turn left. So you follow us in, okay? Marty's in there, so let's go. No time to be shy.
Come on, Miss Melissa. Come on in here. How are you?
I can't, I guess.
Huh?
I guess I can.
Mr. Giltner, how are you, honey? I just sent in some stuff for you. So we're good.
But I'd like everybody don't hide over there. Get over here where Marty can see you, because Marty, if you don't mind, step up here. We've got to. Y'all come on in, please.
Oh, okay, we're going to have to go in.
Well, we have to go. So we want to video. Okay, call your state director, because what we're videoing this, we're not getting help from Senator McConnell. So, Marty, if you want to, go ahead and call the city. No, you want it.
Gary,
come on.
No, I see the videos. That's okay. I understand, and they're our constituents. But
no, well, come on in. You all have got to. Are you all upset about not being included in Senator McConnell's help? Come on.
Yeah, very much.
Well, you all have got. He's going to stop this whole thing if you don't come in here and talk to her. Step right up here, all of them. Now, this is not right, Marty. So you all go on in there.
You're way there, then. Now you.
Trying to get ahead.
Go right on here. Come on in. You all have got to get up here, or you're not going to be captured.
go ahead and step up here with you. That's okay. And Senator McConnell, he's helped with funding for the program, but he doesn't.
No, we're not talking about funding the program.
No, he doesn't help on a personal basis. He just helped fund the program.
Mr. Pierce says he helped.
No, wait a minute.
That's right. He just helped him so much.
We want to know why. Kevin, you're not getting the picture. Hey, hold on just a little bit. Not cover your face. I don't talk to anybody. Well, I'll be real quiet. Terry? Marty, I know you got to speak on that. Hey, who am I speaking to? Okay, well, Terry, I've never met you before, but let me explain to you what we're doing here.
We'd like to help your constituents, but privacy is one of the #1 priorities.
Hold on.
I signed the
Let him
privacy
speak.
act.
Let him speak.
I'm not going to let you video.
Terry, everybody in the room is going to waive their privacy. Is that right? Everybody?
Yes. We already have.
Everybody's waived it, Terry. You're not listening to the claimants. We don't
No.
need the privacy waiver.
Gary, let Terry Carmack speak.
I don't know who he is.
He's our state director.
What's
for
state
Senator
director?
McConnell.
Call Mitch. Call Mitch.
Just please listen.
No,
We'd like to help all of the constituents.
no, you don't, Terry. You're not. That's why we're here. You can say what
You're not
helping
me.
anybody.
You're not helping me.
You're not helping me,
You're
Terry.
only
My
helping the
husband
people
died
for
with
political
non-Hodgkin's
gain.
lymphoma.
Okay.
They're all dying. It's too late. You just got the email.
Okay, well,
Look,
Terry, thank you for your interest, but what I'm gonna ask you to do is let these constituents represent themselves. We'd be glad.
no, Terry, I represent them. Don't you honor the regulations?
I understand, Gary. what
No, you don't understand the regulations, Terry. That's my point. You've used
Gary,
your,
please,
Marty,
use
you
your
put him on the
voice.
phone. I'll talk to
Okay.
you.
No,
Hey,
please,
Terry.
would you please
Terry.
use some manners?
Hey, Terry.
please?
No, we're
Yes.
done with
Okay.
manners.
Okay.
They're tired of it.
Please, for the decency
Contact
of
us.
our constituents, would you
Oh,
please?
they are, they're here for
I
that.
know it
They
is.
want you to answer the question.
And I have not been compensated for one thing.
Okay, now Galen, step up. Nelson, get up here.
We'll be happy to listen to your case individually.
No. Terry, you've already done it. You
You've
denied
already
them. You let the procedures deny their claims. You don't help them.
You did it with
Now, don't
Robert
play that
Harris,
game with
Mr.
us.
Stephen. But I've been diagnosed with brainstem cancer. Four cancer doctors. Jacksonville, Florida says it's subjective because it can't be diagnosed.
Galen, remember what I said. Don't get into the detail. He's already got it. Nelson and Judge Terry heard Ed Whitfield's staff say they were going to help every one of them, and they turned around and denied them within 2 weeks. Right, Nelson?
That's right.
Exactly.
They denied a congressional hearing also. I just haven't gotten any help. We've been struggling with this. My dad filed a claim back in about 5 years before he died. He died in 08, and now my mother has been denied.
Don't be shy.
Survivorship claim.
Going up there. You got to tell. She's not going to listen to it.
I have heard
They're saying by Privacy Act, they won't listen to you. That's bull.
neighbors of with the same qualifications that my dad had. They've been paid and
This is
dad's
worth
been
it for you
denied.
if we can make the
I feel
change.
like
How's
it's
that?
pick and choose. I
This
can't
is worth
understand why.
103 days.
How can I get an answer why this is happening?
What you had happen to you this morning.
Who is designing the plan?
The DOL.
Marty's the only one. She put somebody in the state. Come on in.
How are you doing, sir?
Job and break through the brush, try to get answers. They realize that the executive branch, they don't work for Congress. Our job is to try to get answers based on their criteria.
Okay, so your office cannot investigate this at congressional level?
Make the federal agency, say that they're gonna do one thing based simply on a congressional requirement.
I just feel like
What you can ask us to do is to examine it, re-examine it, give a, try not to let it get caught up in the bureaucracy. You're involved in that habit. We're not happy about that. What we can do by law is say, you will do X, Y, or Z for a particular constituent. It's simply not allowed by law. What we can try to do, I think, is try to expedite the matter, try to get people to re-examine it, ask them to do those things, but ultimately it's the executive branch's decision
right.
on each and every individual case.
Well, this has been going on.
Because, hold on, my fear is that some people there, Gary and is these expectations that somehow we could waive a magic line and get a different answer than what we get. And that's simply not the way the law works.
Well, the law is not working in my
Well,
favor. I know that.
Terry, are you saying that I'm waving a magical wand that basically
I'm saying you're right, you have
interpret
expectations that are not
realistic?
realistic.
There you go. That's what I wanted you to say because I just handed Marty all the copies of Senator McConnell's denial letters that he contributed to the denial process because he said DOL. Yes, he did. Listen, Marty, let me speak. I've talked to Terry. In these letters, each one of these claimants have been denied because of an internal procedure, and under the Federal Register, Terry, it specifically says you can't change the law by the federal regulations. So they're implementing procedures to deny the law and neutralize the law. Now you know that, and so does Terry. So does Marty.
Don't speak for me, Gary.
Well, Marty, have they followed the law or not?
Do
Are we
not
here for the
put me-
compliance
This
of
is
the law?
not between me
Mar-
and you. These
Terry,
are
let's
about
go back
helping our
to Terry.
constituents.
You've got the email.
At the Department of Labor.
You have.
We have been working with you.
No, you have not. You've not helped one of my claimants. That's why we're here. You have not. you've received and deleted every one of my emails for every one of these individuals in the room. You are not making these people follow law, and I will tell you, McConnell told me to come forward, and if he tells me that it's okay to violate the federal law that he's bragging about, then by God, I'll eat a hat if you buy one. But you're keeping this from him, and these constituents who have family members dying, do not... Richard, step forward here. All right, well, okay, you can say I'm not true, but refute it in the video. Richard Cartwright is right here. He's a black man who has won his claims, and you won't help him or several others. He met his statutory requirement. Terry, wait a minute, Terry, don't you understand? You already have received their waivers, and you've already let the federal laws go out the window for a denial. Terry, you don't want us to communicate with you. Go look at Patrick Foster's emails and Jacqueline Smith.
Well, how do we get to communicate?
Well, wait a minute.
How do you get to communicate with each individual, each constituent on an individual basis? Excuse me?
You won't
answer the phone?
Oh, you're not answering the phone. Terry, come on. Terry.
My husband was dispatched to go and pick up UF6 uranium. He didn't just walk behind the walls of USEC and pick up uranium at will.
And they said he didn't.
And they said now they're wanting me to produce a contract between the trucking company and USEC. That's not my job. My job is to fight for what's right for my husband. My husband died from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
And you're singling each individual out to not...
And you're telling me that if I come to you on an individual basis, that you can help me? I'm going to hold you to your word, Mr. Terry, because I'm not afraid.
No, Terry, you won't help anybody. That's why we're here. We're here to document you let these people down. Senator McConnell let them down. Am I wrong, everybody?
No.
Does everybody agree that I'm wrong, or do they agree that he's right?
Mr. McConnell said that he's the voice for the people at USEC and those that have been affected from USEC. I want to hear Mr. McConnell. I want to see Mr. McConnell. I want to see him face to face.
No, he's not going to come.
And that's what we're saying, Terry. The game is over. You've received claims of every one of these people in the room have been denied because the director of this program, can you hang up? Okay. Because the director of this program issued a procedure when I started helping these people, and that's why the claims are denied, and your Louisville office said they couldn't help because of the procedure. So did Ed Whitfield's office. Greg Terry was supposed to be here with us, Judge Executive Greg Terry, and he knows it, and he's in Frankfurt today. So what we're saying is, Terry, let us work with you, but we're not going to take this one, singling everybody out. We want it all out for everybody in the nation to see that Robert Pierce is a co-worker of mine, and the only thing Robert had to do was file his claim because it was a SEC condition and a cancer, and he was automatically paid. The other people in this room are being cheated because nobody wants them paid, and the director of this program told me face to face that she couldn't pay them, even though they qualified. Come on. So you can play all the political dodging and dancing around.
My dad was asked to testify, and he wasn't able. He was on kidney dialysis.
And that's the other thing, Terry.
Testify.
Well, I can't give you the number exact, but how many of you in this room speak your name and tell who it is? They testified to DOJ, and their claims were denied right after they got back.
Warren E. Scott, my dad.
Galen Langston, I testified to DOL, and they were denied.
Anybody else?
Gary Fletcher, Jonathan Sprague from Washington, D.C. came.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about Department of Justice investigating the corruption at the plant. Senator McConnell just got more money to help their environmental remediation, which you've already said, Terry. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a False Claims Act, 2-time successful False Claims Act whistleblower. Senator McConnell, he hasn't told me he doesn't like what I do because he told me to do this. April 25th, 2006. Check with him. He knows that Dr. Cook and I are best friends. He knows that Dr. Cook was my Washington resource. You know that I'm a whistleblower, and you and President Obama, Senator McConnell and President Obama agree. You don't protect whistleblowers, especially if they help nuclear workers expose the fraud in the program. I said a lot, Terry. Disputed.
That's not true. That's not true.
He has been ours.
Anybody else got anything to say?
I think he's hung up now.
By law, he's called an ad.
No. Here.
Marty,
He's wanting me to say something.
Well, let me ask you this.
Marty, you're wanted on the phone in here, Marty.
Hey, Terry, Marty she's in the other room. Terry,
No, I'm right here, Terry.
She's asking the claimants if I'm charging them. Of course I am. Marty, you already know that. All of you, do you all disagree that I can charge you? All of you. Well, no, you got to tell her. See, that's what she knows. That's what she's done to the city of Paducah. She's convinced them that I'm charging something.
I haven't done anything.
Marty, come on. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Well, we needed the help.
They needed the help. You weren't giving it, so they have to have somebody, don't they, Marty? Marty, you just asked in the other room.
I just asked what you had to gain from this. That's
I gained a fee. What's wrong with that, Marty? Why do you disagree that these
He's
people...
the voice for
Oh,
us.
wait a minute.
He's the voice for us. He's the only one that's helping. He's doing a better job than Mitch
Like a
McConnell.
recorded suit.
You know, Mitch McConnell's trying to get votes.
You're trying to get
We're
votes,
trying
and
to
you're
get
trying
help.
to keep these people from being paid because... Oh, come on, Marty. Mitch McConnell's got to step up to the plate and pay these people that met the state federal law. Don't they? Doesn't he?
I'd like to have Mr. Terry's telephone number, please, because I will be contacting him on behalf of my husband, Wilson Raymond Butler Jr.
But don't you think you ought to see Mitch McConnell here
I
stand
want
up
to-
for you
oh,
on
yes,
an advertisement
oh,
too?
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Because see, Marty, apparently there's an issue here that because you have somebody that decided to stand up against them and show you how you've been
No, we'd
cheated,
be more than happy
you
to
don't...
see you anytime. I'll give you my
No,
card.
but you can't, Marty. Marty, you can't talk to her. Marty.
I can't talk to her.
No, I'm her authorized representative, so you'll talk to me with her. All of us.
Oh, you come with me,
We
no doubt
all
about
will be
it.
here with you, Marty, won't we? Won't we, Marty?
I'd
Marty,
like some
will
results
you-
because
hold
Lord,
on. No, okay. Terry, I'm totally out of line, but I'm absolutely correct. You will not meet. I've already requested a session for all of my claimants in our office, and nobody responded. Now, Terry, will you meet with them now? Well, wait, no. I want everybody to hear this. Terry has just said he will meet with all of us in my office. Well, I wanted to make sure, because you're not going to do it. That's what I just said it for. No, I did not. Nobody in this room heard that. Well, let me tell him what I just said.
he said that you will meet with all of us in his office.
You pick the
Each
date.
one of his
You pick the
constituents.
date,
You
Terry.
pick the date and we'll be there. Because I'm tired of getting run around.
Amen.
I want some
All of
answers.
you.
Well, we'd be happy to try to help you. Marty, do we have all the information?
I'll make sure we'll verify it. I'll make sure I have it all.
We have requested
My husband died with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Mr. Terry, like I stated just a moment ago. And his last dying words was, "Baby doll, don't give up."
And I don't
Don't
give
give
up, Terry.
up.
You know that.
And Mr. Vander Boegh here, he's the only one that has stepped up to the plate to assist me as well as the other the people in this room. I have no problem with Mr. Vander Boegh.
Marty, you got to pick up again. Marty,
Gary, please.
Marty, he's
calm
asking for you.
down,
Please,
okay?
do your job. We pay your salary. Go do your job. Go right in here. Terry, we've already been here several times. Remember that?
Here, she don't have mine. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You all start giving the phone numbers out.
I don't know how I'm sort of, yes. Yes. Okay, all right.
Sharon did my
Okay.
first two. This one I got now.
No,
Kate Arnold tried to get it done.
nothing they can do.
They said I was too old and too much long a procedure.
That's fine.
What I was going to have
We'll
done
get the
was
information,
do it.
okay?
said, as long as you take them pain pills, live
Because
with
we've got to work with them one-on-one, I understand. Yes, it's,
Anybody done any work one-on-one with you?
Not here. Denise didn't do anything either.
So get off the cell phone. Everybody
Want to put your contact information down, pass it around?
I just,
They got a pad going around.
okay, is that okay?
They got a pad right there going
Okay.
around.
I'll give you no matter what he plays.
Oh, I just, no, that's, that, just,
Jackie. Well, Jackie not feeling. He lost Mary. Sad. He'll be here. Because we got a meeting now. And by the way, Terry McConnell's wants to know.
oh, okay.
My name is Janice Butler, J-A-N.
We don't need politics in the middle of this. Do we?
Butler, B-U-T-L-E-R.
Oh, we should have been involved with her.
You said, tell him that. You said that to me. Why did somebody have to even notice it? If they followed the law, you wouldn't even been
I'm going to show you a picture of my husband. He has toxic brains and that's, they've denied us 3 times.
Yeah, well, there's your witness degree. Because you testified to DOJ.
No, just right every year, every year,
And said they shouldn't have been paid and he should have been paid. But he went down there and talked to Bill Campbell and DOJ because of the corruption. Everybody's paid. Yeah. Well, make sure on this report you tell me who you're talking about. You hear what he said? I need names. When you tell stories, it's right there. Well, I know, but who's this guy who's witness? There you go.
Did they ever pay Fred Armstrong?
No, they have, Fred's, we got, Sue, we just gave, here it is. Sue, you got this before. Here, get a video of that. That's 28 claimants that are 100% in compliance with chronic beryllium disease. Because I represented them, they were
They
denied.
said he didn't have an exposure. Well, that's what they said in my paperwork, that I was never exposed to that plant.
But now stop the detail. Remember, I'm gonna have to put you in a car. Because the detail means
Here, I'll
nothing.
put my name on it.
They don't care about the detail.
You went in that plant, you got exposed.
But now they're backing off the federal law and writing procedures and rules.
Contact
They
information.
will tell you you denied.
She's got a name signed over here.
You get an attorney.
Guess we all signed it.
And I'll tell you this right now, Senator
We all
McConnell
signed
won't tolerate
it.
it.
This is going around. We just got to
That's all we want to give it.
telephone.
Right, Larry? And by the way, Sue, this is a member of the plant staff. White Room. This is one of the heroes. This man just had a hearing and broke it. We got all the transcript, broke down in the hearing, didn't you? He's not ashamed. And they counted on this man to save this country. And the testimony that he made today damn near made me cry. Okay? And what he just testified to that he did, and they said he couldn't, his hearing loss wasn't connected to the plant because they just wrote a memo in a procedure that said he had to be exposed for 10 straight years, even though the federal law doesn't say that. Under the Federal Register, 2006, those smarter people than me that promulgated those statutes said you can't have a regulation that changes the meaning of the statute. But they just wrote a procedure that denied his claim. Outrageous.
Was that Jonathan Sprague down here for his hearing too?
I don't know. No, this was Jeannie LaRock, who was just here today. Gina.
Is she from Washington, out of Washington?
Oh, yeah, yeah, and I told she can't do anything about the new procedure they adopted. So Sue, the problem is, well, the procedure will be, anybody that shows up in this office will be denied no matter whether they're right or wrong, and that's where Senator McConnell will help us expose them. And anybody that does not help us expose this corruption cannot be truthfully helping anybody. They're part of it. They're part of it. So, by the way, we expect the same thing out of Allison Drive, just to know I give you equal justice. And we're gonna go from Mr. Bevins to, and so I think we're all together. The wrong that they've done, Sue, is $1.5 million in out of 19,000.
My problem is that I had my last hearing is that they're telling me what I need to bring to the table or present to the COL in order for it to be reconsidered. Well, they know as well as certain documentation that I'm
Worked
not
out there on
privy to
construction
as
for 3
a
months.
citizen, you know.
Had cancer, he's been paid 3 different times. Worked out there 3 months on construction. On construction.
They're asking me to present a document, they have to suffer against my husband's claim. I had a hearing back in October.
He's been paid
They
3
denied
different
once again,
times.
because I failed to prove to them
Look at the
contract
contract and the resource
between
that we
RSB Trucking and
And you
Department
know
of
what, Daddy has skin cancer.
And my question was, what kind of deal am I supposed to be doing with our contract from RSB? To me, that's not the
very deal on contractor.
subcontract.
Why can't you get it?
Yes.
And think she's a doctor. Every time I tell her, it's just negative,
I've never been involved with her. Sharon Richardson, highly multi-talented person.
I don't know. The only thing I can figure out is that it was an undertaking deal. And they had to call that uranium, and my husband had worked in this area because of the law. My husband happened to be available for that loan. And it was an underhand deal between uranium and the plant.
We're so frustrated on not being able to get paid for these claims.
While others are getting paid, let's not forget that, for identical claims. Because somebody, according to Congressman Whitfield Michael Pate, Congressman Whitfield will not tolerate subjective claims interpretations. But that's exactly what they're tolerating.
They didn't help.
No. Sue got to get it. She had to get out there. That's all we need.
Who is she?
Sue, she does the reception. But all of these, I want all of you to come up and look. Kevin, did you get a copy of that? This is a document showing, look at this, right here in their office. Those are all the letters from Mitch McConnell. See the signature? See, Mitch, those are all claimants that are right here and more. There's 28 claimants right here that have already been provided to Senator McConnell. They got cheated out of their CBD claims. Just because I represent them and I'm getting a fee. That the law says I can get, by the way.
Throat cancer that they advertise, is that one of the things?
Which one is it?
The one that they're using on their advertising now.
Yeah. And Robert's a good guy, and he's absolutely, Senator McConnell, if he helps him under the program, great. The problem is, we're not getting anybody else help.
Gary, I don't think that the commercial is actually saying that Senator McConnell helped him. I don't think Senator McConnell helped him.
Oh, yes, it does. It says it
He
in the fine
implemented
print.
the program. He implemented the program to
Well,
help
then why do
people.
the ad if he didn't help?
And he
Getting
did.
votes.
Well, is it just to get votes? It's not that. I don't think you're right.
The senator implemented the program, and Robert was one of them who,
Benefited from it. Okay,
exactly.
but what about all
But I
these
don't
that the
think
program was implemented to help that didn't benefit? Is he not interested in those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Good answer, but we've been trying for a year to get you this answer.
I've got brainstem cancer, but I've been denied.
Why, did they tell you?
Well, Shirley set up a procedure that said he couldn't be paid.
Sharon
Couple
Richardson
just went by.
and Kathy Marriott in Jacksonville,
Been there
Florida.
before, I don't care.
4 cancer doctors diagnosed it, and they all said this is subjective.
And under the bed.
That's what they want.
Where is Mr. McConnell at today, by the way?
I hope it's gonna be voting on the bill tomorrow.
Is that where he's stepping in?
And you still hadn't gotten any.
See, I've got the MRI. I've heard about cars.
Well, I wouldn't know what.
Well,
I
I'm
would
gonna
have
give you
no
this.
idea what an MRI.
Dr. Rouse looked at it right there in Gary's office, and he said, you should have been dead years ago.
Do you know Dr. Rouse? You ever heard of him? Pathologist from Lewis Hospital, retired. One of the most, you ever heard of Jim Metcalf?
No, I don't know.
Neurosurgeon.
Neurologist. Smartest man, brilliant. And they'd ignored his testimony for Charles Lindsay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Queens College called me the other day and they didn't want me to have another
She
MRI
gave me a piece
or
of
CAT
paper,
scan since
a
I had
tablet to
cancer.
sign. And I opened it up and had all kind of scribbling on the front and
We
everything.
get everybody's names and addresses?
Yeah, and what we'll
I
need,
got mine.
what we'll need, y'all signed it? Did y'all sign or just print?
Did you hear that?
Okay.
Queens College, which
Okay.
is doing the program no further.
And what we want to do is get copies of that so we can
They called
send
me
that
one
back
said
and scan it.
another
Send it
CAT
to
scan that
McConnell.
I had several years ago.
Yeah,
before I
go
had
sign
cancer.
whatever paper, go in there and get Marty, tell her you want a copy of all of
They
it.
don't want me to have another cancer. So I said, who are y'all for me or?
Sign right there after they get it.
Well, call it resource center.
Huh?
Where was it?
College.
Make sure what they're actually signing.
Yeah, go in there, somebody.
They're just signing their name.
Who's got the?
It's an address and everything.
Go in there and get a picture of them guys. Go in, yeah. Go right around there.
Take your hands.
Okay.
What I'm saying, all the doctors get released up there, they come right down the Wild River, they would say, sure, get tanks here.
Oh, yeah.
And I did just that.
Did you?
We live 5.
You had a bunch of kids, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I did exactly what you told me.
Did you really? Take a little ride. See, that was right after my husband died, wasn't it?
That's what you said.
That's their, Ron, to sign that one.
I was over in Heights
By the way,
then.
I'm gonna call you Rhonda whether you like it or not.
See, my husband,
Mr. Cronin hasn't signed it yet.
The same pamphlet, you know, that yellow
It's
pamphlet.
where they say now that you'll sign, you can help them. So, yeah, we're gonna get you signing right there.
Yeah, your husband.
They've already probably got your denial.
yeah, I was over in Heights then, you know what?
Yeah, that's what you were.
But now, over by, you know where GameStop is, over there for the Walmart? You know where Queen Nails is? There's Queen Nails, now there's Walmart, and there's the emergency station.
You're in that little
Queen
mall
Nails,
behind.
there's Queen Nails, and then GameStop, I mean, it's car finance.
That out.
I bought
Call them midnight first.
I will. Has everyone signed? It's the same, that yellow pad?
Listen, I think, have we not pretty well got enough video for YouTube? I think we can all come off. Let's,
We good?
I believe so.
I find it every year, and I finally moved there in '87. Yeah, moved in there. Yes. Hell, I will move back to
Big conference.
I do. I think we're doing it.
This will go on YouTube. Everybody okay with this one on YouTube?
I can go down there and I just walk around.
Yeah, any tool we want, so the world gets to see it now.
I think it's kind of quiet and peaceful.
Of course, we're gonna be visited by IRS again, Gary.
Now, I want y'all to look. Here's John Edward Poe. There's a letter where they denied him.
Down there.
Senator McConnell's signature right on it. That's what you've been getting.
I'm still putting
Right there,
out.
look at those. We don't wanna mess with Sue's desk, look right there.
Do you ever put out any writing?
Those are what he's already given you, and he's telling you, well, we can't help you until you sign a waiver. They all sign waivers. This is a stack of them, a half inch thick.
What is those, just the delirium?
No, that's for people asked for Senator to help them, and he said, sorry, but the procedure, they wrote a letter back, city got a process.
I got it.
They wrote a letter back to the senator, staff in Louisville, and said, well, I'm sorry, but you haven't met the procedure number so-and-so. You're not in compliance with the procedure. So then the senator said, I'm sorry, but that's not the answer we'd like to see.
Persimmon flavor one.
So, in other words, these documents right here, we gave Sue
I just took mine down there.
and Marty and Terry, McConnell, those documents right here are already through this process. They denied every claim that was submitted that asked for help. And they based it on a procedure that cannot override the federal law. Senator McConnell knows that. Well, let's see. How many years he's been a senator and he now is finding this out? Oh my
But
goodness.
he gets there on me, the press, oh my God, you think this is $40 million?
Well, I got news for you. You better watch what you say. That's an underestimate.
Yeah.
All I'm telling you, he told me to come forward.
Have you ever seen him on the press though?
Ask him if he told me to come forward.
We're gonna
He gets on me the press and oh my
Now,
Lord.
yes, he did.
One of them's right there,
Through Dr. Quentin Cook, who
Terrell's
who
and,
coined the name. He wouldn't tell who was giving me the information.
on the left side.
He called himself the Washington Resource. And that's why Senator McConnell picked up the telephone.
On the
He wanted to know who
right.
it was, and his best friend answered the phone.
Yeah.
He says, died.
Billington Farm. And, Dr. Billington, I've been down there for almost 12 years now.
I'll be there. I've hunted back in there. Well, on Bob Long.
No, you can't have it.
I don't know if Bob's still got his place back in there. It's on beyond Gary's on back north.
Research Center. How about that? Revolving
Going in a
door.
circle,
Yes.
vicious
Circle.
circle.
Janice?
I'm not starting, I'm not starting. I have to go to Washington, Mary. I don't know.
Look, you see that color on your face? The president's got the same color, and he ain't helping either.
That ain't got,
And it ain't got a damn thing to do with it, but he's respecting the place.
okay.
Mary, what's gonna happen though when he passes away before that's when you settle?
Your claim will drop in value $125,000 unless we go ahead and file a federal lawsuit against class action and capture everybody. The corruption for all of us. Well, again, what they're doing is what he just said. Well, you all come back to them and they will consider. Well, we just did this for Nelson Tide. Considered it 15 years. They considered it.
That's what it was. I remember it being.
I'm just 5 years.
Okay, I've got all
Yeah,
my news
I'm
meetings.
sick,
How long
so.
you back in there?
He worked out there from Draw back in the early 50s, and he worked about
Yeah.
2 years.
Out
They
here,
worked there 42 years.
Cleaning out and contaminated.
drop it by the house. You know where it lives. Going out.
He had everything.
You're going back to Boundary Road? No, I'm in my.
Missed 4 days.
Move a little bit, it looks like a statue back there.
Yeah, I try to stay hidden.
I found it up on the barn the other day, and I carried it.
Yeah.
Less.
Is it radioactive from the plant?
Did he work for, actually work for?
No, it come out of
Oh, you worked
cooling tower.
for
It's radio.
Well, then what we need you to do is
What's it
drop it
gonna be
off
on YouTube listed as?
at Bill Murphy's house.
What do you think? What's it gonna be named?
You drop it off here.
Ad rebuttal?
I'll call you guys and let you know which one.
You're gonna get
He said you're coming.
Probably have to.
Yeah, that was the number for here though.
If you pull out PCs, you'll have to work.
No, I'll have to ask.
Three times.
And then if you'll cut through there like you're going to the airport, when you go over the railroad bridge, there's a blacktop circle driveway with my dirty pickup truck sitting in the road. Sit it, well, just sit it down on the ground.
Because he did, she didn't understand what it
He's out there swimming down the harbor.
And I had to explain it to her.
Yeah, I know Billy Harper. You know.
That's out that rich side. I've got it all through that part of town.
Not nice sometimes.
Are we done?
I think we're all of us.
Good to see you, baby.
Yeah, oh yeah, she.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, she takes care of
Marty's gonna be mad at me.
It's all right.
But I definitely appreciate your presence here today. Okay? You need help getting up? All right. That's fine.
Nothing.
No.
Oh, I know.
That's just fine. Okay?
Oh, yeah, he's right in the middle of that crossing.
And, I mean, that's
See you later.
Okay.
Guess I'll be talking to you later.
Yeah, you just, you have to call and remind me.
Doing fine.
And you never got told that.
Hey, Scary, was I supposed to be going somewhere? Are we done enough damage?
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie is in Louisville.
Okay.
He's interviewed 1 through 3rd. He's been going through, I think this is his last month. The 3rd, and then he'll be back home. Well, he had to learn how to walk, call. He had to learn.
Well, I heard, somebody told me that he was in bad shape.
He was. But he's doing better now.
Hey, Shannon.
When he come over.
I guess that's, Walker that was there at the office this morning. He's here.
Oh, is he here? Did you show up?
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
He said, sit out there by the drugstore.
Yeah, he said he would call us in 15 minutes, and
Oh,
that's been over an hour.
You gonna go?
We've been calling him and we're gonna get to the point.
Okay.
We're gonna get you guys signed that paper.
Be with you in case anybody says anything. Step back away from me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How'd the pennies go?
Oh, yeah, Barbara. They didn't have to, Barbara.
Oh, okay.
But she said she gonna take care of it.
What's up?
We have 2 more that needs to sign that paper.
Oh, okay.
And Marty, this is Jimmy Walker and Dot Walker.
She's got it right here, guys.
This is Bill Walker, who's on my website. That's her husband. That's his wife. And he had 100% claim for CBD, and they let him die. Even after WPSD Lauren Adams interviewed him.
Okay.
Now, you see what you're up against?
The general manager,
Yeah.
you know what they're not doing with accept her bone cancer and then refuse to pay for her bone marrow transplant.
Well, I started in April of '90.
At the same time, they agreed to pay my brother
I was in
compound
Janice?
for the bone
which
that
was in
was
the
gone.
720 building, but
Come on out here,
I started as
Ricky Huddle, Richard Carr.
I don't know, I worked that
I saw you.
He just looked for me, you know who I thought.
Yeah. Well, I want one-on-one with me and you.
Well, we can. We'll get everybody there, and then we'll break away. By the way, there's more than me.
It sounds like, yeah,
Gary
hey,
Johnson.
it sounds like you're in a bunch of shit.
Gary's son,
Gary.
Kevin.
Excuse me, man.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Well, first of all, they lied about your husband. He was exposed, and they don't want anybody knowing it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but you know,
How many-
one-on-one. He said he'll do it on a one-on-one basis. Let's make him a man of his word.
Sucks up with McConnell's.
sucking up to nobody, cause I'm on a mission. My mission is.
So they took her out, she got
No, you want her to show up. You don't mind saying
They took her out, she got paid.
that's why we did this.
Well, you know, I wrote him a letter one time, I said he could help me, and he wrote back and said that, the secretary, and it said, down the bottom, he said,
Now we gotta go back and work some DVDs, okay?